737 Cruiser bailout.
This is now a new normal for Dimmitt County deputies.
It's really out of control is what it is.
See if they have a air unit.
From the moment we got boots on the ground, deputies were on the go.
But a small agency and get 5 pursuits with illegals in a matter of a couple hours, there's a major problem right there.
A huge increase in human smuggling, Dimmitt County Sheriff Marion Boyd says, started 2 weeks before the November presidential elections.
They put stuff like this at this corner because this is known. They walk all this brush line. They walk.
Jackets, hats, and shoes all left along fencing where immigrants are picked up and smuggled. Carrizo Springs in Dimmitt County is not a border town. Let me put things into perspective for you. Piedras Negras is 45 miles west, and Nuevo Laredo is 83 miles south, meaning that immigrants caught here, well, they've spent days walking in the heat, drinking from water troughs until they've reached their pickup points, sometimes in ranches just like this one, hoping they're not caught by local law enforcement or border patrol.
Sometimes you'll find them, they're giving up and they're exhausted.
But things aren't always easy.
The tactics are very much more aggressive. They run from us now. They're using stolen vehicles.
Before a traffic stop, deputies run license plate. This trucks, for example, came back with no record. As Deputy Garza turns on his sirens, the pickup quickly changes lanes left in the wrong direction, and it cuts through oncoming traffic, plows through barbed wire, and speeds through a ranch road. The driver sees himself cornered and bails. Here, people are seen flying out of the bed of the truck.
It is absolutely out of control. It's a crisis, it's a disaster.
Chase after chase after chase. Some like these in broad daylight through neighborhoods at more than 100 miles per hour. Others at night. With multiple people stuffed into family cars.
Do you have a driver's license or no?
Yes, I'm American citizen.
Where primarily are these drivers from?
You know, it seems like a lot of them that we catch are from San Antonio, Austin, Houston, Dallas.
During our ride-along, deputies pulled over a 26-year-old man from Austin.
Me tienen detenido que pues supuestamente que andaba levantando el digo pues.
The driver of this white SUV, who did not want to be identified, says he was working in the area when he almost ran over a man. He says, like a good Samaritan, he stopped to see if he was okay.
Dijo, ¿me puedes dar un aventón? Dijo, ¿me puedes dar un ride? Dijo, para la tienda.
But it wasn't just one man. The driver had several camo backpacks in his trunk, jackets, hats, and dirty water bottles, all belonging to what deputies and Border Patrol believed were immigrants.
Nomás de repente el compa dijo, ay, dijo, ya me voy a salir. Y empezó, dije, ay, me dije, ¿dónde vas? Le dije, ay, dije, ¿dónde van? Y no, todos empezaron a correr.
Border Patrol was out searching for at least 10 immigrants who ran off into brushy areas. Sheriff Boyd says without air support, sometimes it's difficult to catch them.
They're so inundated, they're so busy, they just don't have enough manpower to handle the amount or the quantity of people that are coming across.
You've seen what deputies are dealing with. Now let's put things into perspective. When it comes to pursuits, Dimmitt County has seen a 332% increase from January 1st to March 30th of 2021 compared to the same time frame in 2020.
We've had horribly deadly crashes.
Crashes like this one that left 2 innocent drivers hurt after a 20-year-old U.S. citizen, a driver from Austin, fled from a trooper and several immigrants were arrested.
The type of people that are coming across today, and I'm not saying all of them, but I would say the vast majority of them are people that are involved in, they have criminal histories. You know, they're not coming over here to make an honest living. They're coming over here to commit crimes.
Sheriff Boyd says when drivers smuggling immigrants are pulled over, he and his deputies are finding rifles, handgun ammunitions, and even fake hand grenades.
If you have a criminal that's afraid of picking up these illegals, then that tells you what we're dealing with.
The majority of the immigrants, he says, are from Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Central America. Sheriff Boyd has been in law enforcement for over 21 years and says has seen his fair share of immigrants, but nothing like this.
10 or 12 years ago, you know, the majority of them, it seemed like were from Mexico. And you could tell, you know, a lot of those were, you know, honest, hardworking people that just want to come make a better living for their family. And I understand that. I'd probably do the same thing if I was from, you know, another country.
He and his deputies risk their lives daily. He hopes our leaders can take a bipartisan trip to his community and see for themselves what is really happening, hopefully putting an end to a decades-long issue.
It's all about money, and it really, the root of it goes back to the cartels. I mean, who is actually benefiting from this? The cartels.
Since our ride along, Dimmitt County deputies have arrested dozens of immigrants and have had 23 chases. Sheriff Boyd fears the summer heat will only put more lives at risk, with no end in sight for those searching to immigrate into the U.S. Alejandra Usman, News 4 San Antonio.